Mahila, I'm sleeping down low. Just had a vision. Also with my videos, when I talk of the guillotine or the lethal injection kind of cavalier, I'm saying that in the spirit, like I'm saying that for like a quick phrase, and I know it's a crazy thing, and like I'm saying it in the spirit of the vision that I've had, in the end of the 12 days, which is part of the greater 143 days. So just keep that in mind and don't let yourself be thrown off by that. These are very troubling things that are very intense, that are each part of the 143. And you know I feel like there's a Mesa spirit that will help people through that will be like a healing time for a lot, and like a Lono type of it, to finish off a Mesa type spirit, and like the Hopi Kachinas, and that, like, that's what I kind of think of when I'm talking to that stuff. So just don't take it the wrong way, okay? And I'm not going to do anything to put myself in that position or anything. I think it's just gonna happen. Like, they kind of like gang up on me because it's the end of the thousand mechanism, and it would be kind of like the two witnesses that are, killed and raised and stuff, and like, um, that they think I'm the man of perdition or something. Like, they all just persecute me, like, and count like they did Jesus, kind of at the end. That's how I'm kind of saying it and seeing it. So just don't take it the wrong way, okay? And then I also had a vision kind of in a dream. The dream just now was kind of dark, and it made me think of the waters being made muddy by the BP oil spill. And what that meant was that, you know, like, seeing in the dark kind of was like my time at West Point. I got criticized because I turned on the flashlight at wrong times or whatever when we were in the forest, and that you had to let your eyes adjust, and then like the ones that were good at that, like they were slurping up that water as they were sitting at their desk, and had kind of snapped and gone into the OCD side of it, with the papers and everything. So I kind of saw that as, like, I know I've been bringing it up a lot recently, but kind of that stuff with you know the man or son of man, going through the berserker stage. And like, even Buddy, like, he does a hand motion to show that in the music video for his song with Maida. And like, it's the berserker stage that, like you can't see where you're going, so you have to like feel your way through. And then after that was the OCD, uh which, like, I didn't have the water for. Like, I didn't have it when I was first going through it in like fourth, fifth, sixth grade. And like, and then like, yeah, I kind of, like, I probably switched a little bit in college, maybe at the end, like, maybe. But um but really, if you look at that hippo, that Japanese macaque, if you look at the Japanese macaque headed creature, and then the mandrill head, those were done, and it's like they cut them off, and like they would never be done again after that BP oil spill. That's kind of what the dream I just had kind of represented, was like people in the dark, like, pushing each other to do things, or that, it was like they felt guilty, and like it was like weird spirits in the smoke and stuff with like face paint and actors, and um, feelings of guilt because they hadn't stood up or something, was all this. And like I I'll have dark dreams like this sometimes, but this one I thought of very clearly, that with, the waters being made muddy by the BP oil spill and by different things of the wormwood, that it's like they cut it off after that Japanese macaque and that mandrill headed creature, that it was cut off, like it could not be done again, you know? Like even if someone like tries to do it, or like, we might get through it, like, no, it can't be done again, because there's no way to do it because the waters are made muddy. So that, and then I guess we could, and then next we could get into what the cherub, or not the cherub, the sphinx headed creatures mean. We could get into that, and I know it has something to do with that Marilyn Monroe and JFK connection, you know. Um, so we could get into that, but that was not the dream today. The dream today was to show that those two creatures that start the whole thing off could not be done again. And that God sent a plague to stop it. The plague was the BP oil spill, and like those other spills that happened, the Flint water crisis, you know. So um yeah, that was the dream. And but we could get into what the other ones are. You could get into what the other ones are for the Tamar, David's son, not Solomon. And then you could get into the ones that are the Pyro Golem, and the Hulk, and um the Cain Prolemur. You know, you could get into those, but and then really there's a few extra ones that are like the Herglick, and the I don't know lawyer and all that. Like I'm I'm speaking cavalier. I'm just talking about the visions of the 12 creatures that are on my last video on Rosef and Troy. So don't take it the wrong way. These are all, terms to describe quick hand what's going on. And really, I was thinking of what the Horax looked like the other day, and I thought it looked very badass. That might actually be the most badass creature that we have, is that Horax sloth, you know? And they even said there's something that Costco has that Amazon does not. And I thought of that Horax. So keep faith, and like those horns on the Horax, like they're different because it's a sloth. Like they look like a tribal, like a desert tribal, almost like a Planet of the Apes look. They don't necessarily look like the Star Wars one. Those horns look different, like they blend into the body more. And then the shark bungary aspect makes it look like it has almost like a clothing on, but like a desert cloth, almost like a stormtrooper, or a desert stormtrooper. Like, very cool. So just keep that in mind with these creatures. I know it can get mind boggling if you think about it all, too much. But all right. Well, some of it we don't have the picture of it, so you're just going off of how the wording is or something. Um, but that's okay. Like, that's the beauty of it, is that we're doing these for heaven. These, the lost animals too. There's lost brothers, there's lost animals. I've tried to take that into account, and God has led me down that path to find those. And that's just how it is. So thank you.